You're now tuned into Kofi's universe, since you're just sitting on Uranus. This is the #1 YouTube channel for hip-hop culture news, informed black social issues, song reaction videos, and even comedy. So be sure to like this post, and if you haven't already subscribed, do so right about now. Brasscast.
YouTube salute. Ice-T comes out, y'all, and says he wasn't a fan of Tupac hanging around LA gangbangers and speaks on entertainers getting involved in LA street politics. Just talk about it. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Please check out the album review playlist. Rick Ross and Styles P and Havoc collab project have a new reviews are up. So all right, so we're gonna listen to this little clip of Ice-T talking, y'all. Give me a second. Let's go.
I was not a fan of Pac hanging around LA gangbangers. Me being around it and growing up in it, and Pac being from the Bay. If you're from the Bay, you don't really truly understand LA gangs. I'm just being honest. Right. And no matter how down you are, how gangster you are, LA gangs, you join an LA gang when you're 18 years old and you build a bond. So when you're 20, like Chris Brown or somebody, and they say, I'm in a blood gang, you're not. They'll come to the club with you, they'll party with you, but you ain't putting no work with them.
Right.
The bond is different.
Exactly.
The bond is different.
Yeah.
So I just worried about Pac. And when Pac first came, he was hanging out with the kids from Rated R and Macadocious, the first Thug Life kids. Them kids are Crips.
Right.
So then, when he got with Suge, now he's dealing with Bloods, right? Okay. So, I would always just get it.
All right. So Ice-T, he said he was worried about Tupac. He felt that, Tupac was easily influenced being from the Bay, but the Bay, NoCal, Northern California, is totally different from Southern California. And I've said this long time ago to people, every time I go to San Francisco, Oakland, the Bay, I don't feel like I'm in California. I feel like I'm in a different state. That's how different the culture is. And when it comes to LA, especially when it comes to LA gang culture, gang bangers, it's totally different. When Tupac came to Death Row, and I'm going to make the connection with modern day LA gang culture. When Tupac came to Death Row, what was over there? Suge Knight, Bloods, Pyru. Okay. Then you had the Crips, Snoop Dogg, Corrupt. So you have a mix of Bloods and Crips, but it's still gang culture. So whatever they're doing, on the outside of just the music, you're still affected by that, no matter what. What you gonna do? Hey man, don't be doing that around me. Yeah, Tupac ain't like that. So a lot of times people don't say that anyway. Now, let me make this connection too. When it comes to entertainers, we talking about people in professional sports. You can look at Odell Beckham throwing up Neighborhood. He ain't from no Los Angeles. LeBron James throwing that shit up now. I ain't never thought in my life I'll see LeBron James throwing up Neighborhood in my life. I know they paying tribute to Nipsey Hussle, but it's not a game. This is something that's really going down. There has been several LA artists that actually lost their lives in the last couple of weeks. We had Draco the Ruler this past weekend. We had Slim 400, YG affiliate, part of the gang culture. And people, no matter what happens, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh no, black people need to get this fixed. We need to work on ourselves. Okay, ain't none of that stuff gonna stop, because if people gonna do what they want to do, you have to be the bigger person to say, I want to be a part of that. But when you put yourself in a position, that stuff is gonna manifest. Now, I'm gonna argue with y'all right now. You ain't gonna never see KRS-One get into some bullshit like that, because he don't manifest that shit in his record. J.Cole, Kendrick Lamar don't manifest. Kendrick Lamar is gonna tell you a story about Compton and what was going on. He's giving you a story. He ain't saying, yeah, I'm going to kill you. No. Anything you talk about, you manifest. So you speak things into existence, it's going to come true. That's why when I speak my family and things into an existence, I'm speaking that into existence. I'm speaking positive affirmations. I ain't speaking no negative nonsense. So when you on the record, I understand you trying to get stuff off your chest and stuff, yada yada yada. But still, I'm gonna kill so and so. I don't care how many people they come get me. You're manifesting that. It's a prayer on wax, and people don't want to admit that it's a prayer on wax. So when we see Pac, Biggie, back in the day, suicidal thoughts, Biggie Smalls, Lone Kiss Goodnight, Pac, how many gonna ride for me? Bitches of a rider and all. It's just, yes, you're giving great music, but it's still the manifestation of what you want your life to be. So at the end of the day, it's one thing when you want to be, you want to be the reporter for the hood. I have nothing against that because I feel like music is therapeutic and people know, like, okay, he know where we're coming from. But you got to know the thin line, like, okay, this was going on over here, this was going over here. You're going to have to pull your foot out the race after a point because at the end of the day, you can be a statistic or you can just be locked up. I mean, it goes both ways. You either be locked up or be dead. And I don't want to see more people losing their lives, but there's something we can't control. It's up to that individual. Because as part of anything, a person has their own path. They're going to do what they want to do. So many things when it comes to beef, people think this shit is all a joke, a game, because all they want is algorithms. All they want is followers. They just want oh yeah, let me start some shit. I'm going to say something on wax, and if I see them, I'll push so-and-so, and we'll have a little fist fight, and everybody going to make it go viral when they see it. To me, why y'all even worry about fighting? I don't understand this. Like, you have too many other things you should be doing to be worried about fighting the next person. You should be worried about, let me see what my children doing. Let me see what's over here. I need to go get my house, taken care of. Like, that's way more important than beefing with the next person for what? They trying to make money just like you. If anything, if you can't make a record with them, that's fine. Just move on to the next and do your thing. And just worry about yourself. Don't worry about trying to just start shit. And if you can't sit down and be diplomatic and handle it, as a grown man, just move on. But I agree with Ice-T when it comes to Tupac, being around the gang culture. Was it Tupac's fault? No, I don't really believe it's like it was his fault. Like I'm gonna blame him. I just feel like you learn from your mistakes, which means we take a page out the book of history. So we look at Tupac like, dang, Tupac had a great life. Yes, there was some things maybe he could have did different, but that's part of life. Everybody's going to have that on their path. So if people feel still that, oh, I need to have all the gang members around me, or I have that one cousin or homie that's a straight nutshell, and no matter where we go, we all into some shit, well, you're attracting that. Because I guarantee you, God forbid if something happens to you, that person's still going to be living. They're not going to pay for your funeral. They might not even go get revenge. So always think about that. Put yourself first. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support or donate to the channel, I have Patreon, patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, Streamlabs, everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.